the last video we discussed about the estimation of the carbon and hydrogen, that is the determination of weight percentage of carbon and hydrogen by Leibniz method. With single experiment we can find out the weight percentage of the carbon and hydrogen by converting the carbon part of the organic compound into carbon dioxide and hydrogen part into H2. So that procedure is over. That's the manipulation part, the calculation part we did it. See, after the carbon and the hydrogen, the next, that is the important element that to be determined is the weight percent to be determined is the nitrogen. See, nitrogen is detected. I am talking about the detection, detected by using a procedure known as the Lassengen's extract. That is the Lassengen's test. That is by conducting the test on Lassengen extract prepared, that is the sodium extract. That is the identification procedure. Now we have to find out the weight percentage of the nitrogen in the given organic compound. So there are two important procedures for the estimation of the nitrogen in the given organic compound. The one is the Dumas method. The first one is Dumas method. The second procedure is known as the Geldahl's procedure. Geldahl's method. Dumas method and Geldahl's method are used to estimate the weight percentage of nitrogen in the given organic compound. See, this is the Dumas method is the combustion method. This is the combustion method. The Geldahl's method is different. That is the volumetric procedure is involved in that is Geldahl's method. See, the advantage of the Dumas method is, see, in this method we can find out the weight percentage of the all nitrogen containing organic compound, no exception at all. The mass percentage of the nitrogen in the any given organic compound can be determined by using the Dumas method. But whereas Geldahl's method is limited, it cannot be applied to the all organic compounds. See later on why. So this is a combustion method. It is similar to your Leibniz method. See here in this method, first let us take the Dumas method and the estimation of the nitrogen in the given organic compound. Nitrogen can be present in the organic compound in a particular functional group, in the nitro form, NO2 form. It can be present in the form of the cyanide form. It can be present in the form of isocyanide form, NC form. It can be present in the form of nitrite form, NO2 form, and nitrate form, the nitrito form, cyanato form, isocyanate NCO form, or thiocyanato form. There are several ways of existing the nitrogen in the given in the amine form. So more common form is the amine form. See here, that is the whatever the functional group form, see that is the total nitrogen present in the organic compound in all organic compounds can be estimated by the Dumas method. See here now Dumas method. What is the principle involved in the Dumas method? In the Dumas method, the procedure is in the organic nitrogen, that is the nitrogen present in the That is nitrogen present in the organic compound is organic nitrogen is converted into the elemental nitrogen in nitrogen gas. The entire total nitrogen is converted into the organic combined nitrogen is converted into the ultimately nitrogen gas. This nitrogen is, that is, volume of the nitrogen is determined. From that we can find out there is a relation between the volume and mass. Mass of the nitrogen gas liberated can be determined, and this is the combustion method determined by using the appropriate procedure. See, now what we have to do is, that is in this method, and given organic compound is, that is organic known volume of the organic substance is heated with copper oxide. You know, in the last video you have seen, when the organic substance is heated with the copper oxide, that is carbon part is converted into carbon dioxide, that the hydrogen part is converted into the H2O, and nitrogen part is converted into the elemental nitrogen. A small amount of the nitrogen may also convert into the oxides of the nitrogen, which can be decomposed by using the elemental copper or copper spiral. That is ultimately in that procedure we are converting the organic nitrogen into the elemental nitrogen gas. So that is strongly heated. During this process what happens, that is organic nitrogen, that is combined nitrogen, is converted into the, that is N2 gas. This is N2 gas. This gas, liberated gas, you know the weight of the organic substance taken, W grams, nitrogen, its volume is determined experimentally. Volume of nitrogen at STP is determined. Right? From this, that is weight of nitrogen gas, by using the PV is equal to nRT, PV is equal to W by mRT expression, weight of the nitrogen gas determined. So interrelated. Gas is liberated in the experiment, its volume is determined under the experimental conditions, its volume is translated into the STP conditions based on the molar relation, molar volume relation, molar mass and molar volume relation. We can translate the volume of the nitrogen under the STP conditions can be into mass of the nitrogen gas. That is, weight of the nitrogen gas is determined. From the weight of the, you know the weight of the organic compound taken, weight of the nitrogen gas liberated, that is nothing but this many grams of the nitrogen is associated with the W grams of the organic compound, then it can be translated into the, that is translated into the, that is weight percentage. Weight of the nitrogen associated with the 100 grams of the organic compound, which is known as the, that is weight percentage of the organic substance. This is the case. So what is the procedure that is used here? That is very simple procedure, combustion method. Same procedure. There in the combustion tube, the known mass of the organic compound is heated in the current of, that is the oxygen. Now it is heated in the current of carbon dioxide. And this is the experiment. See, experimental procedure. This is the same old, that is the combustion tube. This is the combustion tube. Here the known with W grams of organic substance is mixed with the, that is excess of copper oxide. which promote the combustion of the organic substance. They all are converted. This is the W grams of the organic substance is taken into a crucible. So watch glass type material device. This is the organic substance plus copper oxide. Mixture is placed. This is the organic substance plus copper oxide mixture. This is directly heated. This heating is carried. Now you have to pass the carbon dioxide gas, not oxygen. Carbon dioxide gas. I will tell you why. Oxygen is not used, why they prefer the carbon dioxide. So same thing, same reactions takes place, and that is this procedure is carried if the given organic substance contains the nitrogen. If there is no nitrogen, there is no you cannot estimate. If the any element is present, its weight percentage can be determined. So here same thing. The carbon part reacts with the copper oxide and converted into the carbon dioxide. Hydrogen part is converted into H2O. All are gases under the heating conditions. That is the experimental conditions. And nitrogen, organic nitrogen is converted into the by reacting with, that is nitrogen gas. All are gases, remember. This is gas. If sulfur is present, it is converted into the sulfur dioxide, no doubt. So the halogen is present, that is converted into the elemental halogen. So this is the procedure converted. Now we are interested about the nitrogen part. Ultimately we have to find out the amount of the nitrogen in terms of the volume or in terms of the mass to be determined. We are conducting the experiment. We know the mass of the organic substance taken. Therefore, that is we know the W grams of the organic substance is taken for this experiment and combustion is carried in the current of the carbon dioxide. For some time dry carbon dioxide gas is passed into this. So to eliminate that is air present in it. See, there should not be oxygen in that is residual air in this system or residual oxygen gas in this system. See, what happens during this process, what happens here, what they do is, that is copper spiral is used. Mainly copper spiral is used. Why copper spiral is used? That is during this process what happens, we are not sure that the entire nitrogen present in the organic nitrogen present in the compound is converted into the elemental nitrogen. Most of it is converted to the nitrogen gas, no doubt. But traces of the small amount of the nitrogen may also convert into the oxides of the nitrogen. In the last video I explained these nitrogen oxides, that is gases, to eliminate they may be absorbed by the carbohydrates, that is not the problem, but they are not accounted for the nitrogen. Part of the nitrogen is lost in the form of nitrogen oxides. Therefore, what happened? Copper spiral is used. This copper spiral, that is reacts with the nitrogen oxides formed and converted into the copper oxide plus nitrogen gas, translate into the nitrogen gas. Copper plus NO gives the copper oxide solid plus nitrogen gas. Entire thing is translated. Copper plus NO2, nitrogen dioxide, is converted into the copper oxide plus nitrogen. These are the reactions. That is now what is happening, and these are the reactions taking place. We are ensuring that entire nitrogen associated with the organic substance is converted into the nitrogen gas. This is the experiment. This is the same thing. The procedure is same thing. This is kept here. What a furnace is arranged and heating is carried, or by the help of the Bunsen flame it is heated. Due to the heating effect, that is these reactions takes place. So whatever it is, so that is the nitrogen is converted into elemental nitrogen. right? Elemental nitrogen. See, this is the elemental nitrogen. Ensure that entire each and every atom of the nitrogen associated with the organic compound should convert into the nitrogen gas. The nitrogen should not remain in the organic substance. Then we will get the water, the error result. So now what happens? The experiment is carried, okay. But nitrogen to be collected, where, how to measure, how to collect, how to this. See here, carbon dioxide is soluble in the KOH and SO2 is soluble in the KOH. The halogens also soluble in the KOH. But nitrogen has no reaction with KOH. It has no reaction with the KOH, potassium hydroxide. Normally, that is most of the gas are collected over that is water, downward displacement of the water. So that is here what happens now, this is connected to the simple gradiated tube. It is filled with this is the marking, this is scaling. This is also new to me. This is the level. This is the KOH. KOH solution. KOH solution. This is filled up to this one. This is a reservoir, KOH reservoir. This is the tube containing, which is filled with the KOH solution. And now we are going to, that is This is the KOH solution. Filled in this one. Now, see what is the role of the KOH solution here. So, here these are the reactions taking place, these are the products of the combustion. KOH absorb has the reaction with all except nitrogen. So, carbon dioxide produced here as well as the carbon dioxide is used as the external carbon dioxide is the carrier gas that is sent into this, that is carrying the some gas to be sent, the liberated gases to be removed from the that is the combustion tube, continuously pass. So the KOH, concentrated KOH solution absorbs the all carbon dioxide, H2O, that is sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide also has the reactions of the most of the reactions of the carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide are same. See, absorbed by this one. Sulfur dioxide reacts with the potassium hydroxide and convert into the that is potassium sulfide K2SO3. Carbon dioxide reacts with the KOH and produce the potassium carbonate. The water is aqueous system that condenses there and that remains here. And halogens also this one, or else you can use the spiral. That is here you can use the silver band here. This silver band. So the halogens is present. They react with the copper and convert into copper halides, and copper halides react with the that is and copper chloride that is reacts with the silver band and convert into the that is non-volatile silver chloride plus that is the copper. So they remain there only. So collected. See, this is the nitrogen gas collected. Liberated nitrogen gas is, this is the nitrogen gas. Right? So that is you are conducting the experiment. Gas are liberated. All the gas are sent into a special device which is filled with the KOH solution. So in that KOH solution, except nitrogen gas, the remaining all gas are dissolved in the KOH solution. Now above the KOH solution, nitrogen gas is collected. So whatever the nitrogen liberated here, that is collected above the aqueous solution of the KOH. No other gas. Suppose if you use the oxygen instead of carbon dioxide for the combustion of this experiment, so that is it may help the water combustion, no doubt. But at the same time, that unreacted carbon oxygen comes out along with the remaining gases. Now what happens? Oxygen has no reaction. Here what are the gases collected? Nitrogen as well as oxygen. You only adding the oxygen. It is not the volume of the nitrogen is not, this is the curve. The amount of the nitrogen collected is equal to, that is the volume of the gas is equal to nitrogen plus oxygen. It is a mixture of two. It is a mixture of two gases. Now it is a mixture of only nitrogen, but it is collected over the aqueous system. Water is the solvent. That is the aqueous nitrogen is collected here. So that is the experimental procedure. So known mass of the organic compound is mixed with the excess of copper oxide, and this mixture is placed in a special device, that is a heating boat, or that is called as that is porcelain crucible. The device which holds the higher temperature conditions is called as the crucible, and that crucible is placed in the combustion tube and heating is carried by passing the current of carbon dioxide, not oxygen. So at the other end of this one, second end of the combustion tube, that is use the copper spiral. See here, during the heating, then what happens? The carbon part is converted to combustion is going on. It is a combustion method. Hydrogen is converted to the H2O gas. The sulfur is converted into the sulfur dioxide. The nitrogen is converted into the elemental nitrogen. In the thermochemistry, we know that. So when a given organic substance or a nitrogen containing substance is burnt in the presence of the oxygen, the This nitrogen is converted into the elemental nitrogen. Remaining all the elements are converted into their popular oxides. Carbon, carbon dioxide, phosphorus, phosphorus pentoxide, like that. Hydrogen, oxide of the hydrogen, that is nothing but the H2O. Sulfur, sulfur dioxide. So this is the carried. The gases that are coming out, your nitrogen, which is under the investigation, is now in the form of elemental nitrogen. It is translating into the nitrogen gas coming. These gases are sent into a tube filled with the potassium hydroxide. So that is all the gases that are coming out are soluble in the KOH except nitrogen. So this nitrogen gas is collected over the potassium hydroxide solution. So this tube is scaled, properly scaled. So based on the markings on the tube, we can find out the volume of the nitrogen liberated. So this tube is used to collect the nitrogen and measure the volume of the nitrogen liberated. Therefore, it is called as the nitrometer. It is called as the nitrometer. So, which is the device which is used to collect the nitrogen or measure the nitrogen liberated during the experiment is called as the nitrometer. Gases coming out of the combustion tube are sent into the nitrometer, which is filled with the concentrated KOH solution. Only this is now after the experiment is bubbled or stopped, the experiment is completed, then they adjust and find out the volume of the nitrogen liberated. Now you have to find out what you have to do. This is over. From the marking scaling, you can find out the volume of the nitrogen. So find out the volume of the nitrogen gas from the experimental volume and pressure of the nitrogen gas collected. I am saying the clearly collected nitrogen gas and temperature of the nitrogen gas. Gas collected. These things, pressure, volume, temperature. These three things to be determined. Now what you have to do is, now from this, but here one thing, the nitrogen is collected over the aqueous solution of KOH. Therefore, it is nitrogen is coming, that is through the aqueous system, water system. Therefore, it is a nitrogen plus H2O gas. So, moist nitrogen. Whenever the gas is, whatever the gas and whenever the gas is collected over the water or aqueous system, that is contaminated with the H2O gas. That is why H2O will be in the form of the gas. That is called as the moist gas. Moist nitrogen is formed. Moist nitrogen gas. So, that is the pressure of the gas collected, nitrogen gas collected is equal to pressure of the nitrogen plus aqueous tension, water vapor. There are two gases, H2O in the gas form and the nitrogen is in the gas form. That is collected gas is equal to, that is pressure of the partial pressure of the Dalton's law of partial pressures. This is H2O, pressure of the H2O. That is nothing but the aqueous tension. That is aqueous tension. So we know at the given temperature we can find out the aqueous tension from the log tables. That is pressure of the nitrogen is equal to, dry nitrogen is equal to pressure of the gas collected minus pressure of the H2O. So this you have to correct. So now from this, if this is the pressure of the nitrogen, if you say the word pressure of the nitrogen is, that is that is P1. So now by using the P1 V1 by P1 is equal to P2 V2 by P. So that's the gas equation we are using for the different states. Different states. And now what we have to do is, this is experimental conditions, this is STP conditions. You find out the volume of the, this is, you know the pressure of the volume of the nitrogen collected, you know the pressure of the dry nitrogen, you know the pressure of the temperature of the nitrogen collected. This you know, this is equal to, and P1 V1 by T1 is equal to, this is 760 mm, whatever it is, that is the pressure of 760 mm, standard conditions, STP conditions. Volume you have to find out, and the temperature, that is 0 degree Celsius, that is 273. STP conditions. Now this, what is the V? V2 is replaced with the V, that is nothing but the volume of the nitrogen gas liberated under when it is adjusted to the, that is STP conditions. 1 atmosphere pressure and 0 degree Celsius. So now find out the volume of the gas. Nitrogen gas at STP. This is the procedure, experimental procedure. So now, known mass of the organic compound is heated with the copper oxide in the combustion tube. The gases coming out of the combustion tube are sent into the nitrometer, which is filled with the what constant the KOH, where the what other than nitrogen gas is completely absorbed by the KOH, and only nitrogen gas is collected over the nitrometer. That is the KOH solution. So adjust the meter and find out the experimental volume of the nitrogen gas liberated, and pressure and the temperature conditions, and from that is subtract the aqueous tension and find out the dry volume of the dry pressure of the dry nitrogen gas. And after determining the pressure of the dry nitrogen gas and its volume and temperature, so translates its volume under STP condition, that is 760 mm pressure, that is 1 atmosphere pressure, and 0 degree Celsius, that is 273 Kelvin. So that is all together what, after the experiment you are determining the volume of the nitrogen gas liberated under the experimental, that is the STP conditions. So from this we can conduct the, that is weight percentage of the organic compound. This is experimental procedure over. So now what we have to do is, now this is and percentage weight of organic substance taken for experiment. ఎంత తీసుకున్నారు, what is the weight of the organic substance taken? That is W grams. It may be 1 gram or a half gram or whatever it is, we should know the what exactly. So that is, second thing is the volume of nitrogen gas liberated from W grams of organic substance, W grams of the organic substance when under STP, remember STP conditions. After adjusting, directly I am taking under the STP conditions, that is VML of the nitrogen gas. It is not the nitrometer reading volume, it is the after STP conditions. Remember, I am underlining this, STP conditions. So the formula of the nitrogen gas is N2. Its molecular formula is N2. Its molecular mass is molar mass is 28 grams. The molecular weight. Gram molecular weight is 28. Say 1 mole of nitrogen weighs 28 grams. 28 is the molecular weight. That is according to the your relation, basic relation. See, and 1 mole of nitrogen. 1 mole of nitrogen under STP conditions, that is weighs how much STP conditions, that occupy a volume of 22,400 ml. This is the relation. Molar volume 22.4 liters, 22,400 ml. 1 mole. That is nothing but the 1 mole is nothing but the 28 grams. So 28 grams volume is this. Then 22,400 ml nitrogen at STP weighs 28 grams. In this experiment, how much nitrogen is liberated? V ml of nitrogen which is liberated at under STP conditions, that is weighs how many grams. So what we are doing? We are determining the volume of the nitrogen. We know the volume of the nitrogen. We are determining the mass of the nitrogen liberated from W grams of the organic substance are in this experiment. So that is what happens, the VML 28 grams, that is equal to V into V is the volume of the nitrogen, that is 28 divided by, that is 22,400 ml. This is the height. What is this? This is nothing but the weight of organic substance. Now, weight of, that is nitrogen in W grams of organic substance. Weight of the nitrogen in W grams of the organic substance. See, this is the weight of the VML of the nitrogen. Why are you relating to the W grams? We are assuming that is the weight, that is nitrogen that is liberated is equal to the weight of the nitrogen present in the W grams of the organic compound, which is used for the experiment. We are assuming that entire nitrogen that is associated with the organic substance is coming out in the form of nitrogen gas. That this is the therefore W grams, I use the W grams. So W grams of organic substance contains V into 28 by 22,400 grams of nitrogen. This is the mass of the organic compound. This is the mass of the nitrogen present. Now we have to find out the percentage, that is and that is we have to find out the what weight of this is present. That is 100 grams of the organic substance contains how many grams of this nitrogen. So now this is equal to, that is and you can write the weight percentage of nitrogen in organic substance is equal to, that is V by W into same thing I am writing that 28 by 22,400 into 100. Same simple relation. So this is the weight percentage of the nitrogen. this percentage of nitrogen in the given organic substance is equal to volume of nitrogen liberated under STP conditions, not experimental conditions, under STP conditions, divided by weight of organic substance used for the experiment, into this relation, 28 by 22,400 ml into 100. So that is the weight of the organic substance taken in the combustion tube for the experiment. This we know. We conducted the experiment. We know about information about the mass of the organic substance used, and nitrogen is liberated. Volume of the nitrogen we know under the experimental conditions, but we have to translate into the STP conditions. So that is translate the STP conditions by using the P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2 or PV by T is equal to P1 V1 by P1 V1 by T1. So anyhow that is the volume you have to find out under STP condition. It is easy to find out this one. That is and that is what we are doing. You see, simple experimental procedure. So combustion is a combustion method. Known mass of the organic compound is mixed with the copper oxide and taken into a crucible and placed in the combustion tube. So this is specially designed. That is, heating is carried in the current of the carbon dioxide, and that is during this process I told what are changes that are taking place during the heating process, and that is all the gases that are the carbon dioxide. Why carbon dioxide is used? It has to push the what gases that are produced in the combustion tube. Otherwise they remain there only. That is current of the carbon dioxide is passed. So all the gases that are coming out of the combustion tube are sent into a special tube known as the nitrometer, which is filled with the concentrated KOH, which absorbs all the gases except the nitrogen. So the organic nitrogen is in the form of elemental nitrogen. So that is this is collected over the nitrogen. Nitrogen is collected over the KOH solution. This tube is called as the nitro tube. This reservoir. This is called as the nitro tube. This is used to collect the nitrogen, measure the liberated nitrogen. Therefore, it is the nitrometer. Nitrometer is called a not nitro tube, nitrometer. And by the help of the nitrometer, we can measure the volume of the nitrogen liberated under experimental conditions. It is a moist nitrogen. Subtract from the pressure of the gas collected, subtract the aqueous tension to get the pressure of the only nitrogen. From the pressure of the nitrogen and volume, that is temperature, you find out the volume of the nitrogen under STP conditions. That we know that is this is the part by using the volume of the nitrogen is determined under STP conditions. So now what we know, we know the what are two things: weight of the organic substance used and weight of the nitrogen gas liberated under STP conditions. Then volume of the nitrogen gas liberated under the STP conditions. Weight of the organic compound taken W grams, and volume of the nitrogen, liberated nitrogen is translated into the STP conditions. You see, STP conditions. So that is volume of the nitrogen, you find out this, See, what is the relation? Now you have to convert the volume into mass. We need the mass of the nitrogen. So that the molecular mass of the nitrogen is 28. According to that is a GMV, gram molar volume. 1 mole of the gas always occupies the 22,400 ml under STP conditions, or 22.4 liters. So the molecular mass is 28 grams. So 1 mole of the nitrogen under STP conditions occupies a volume of the 22,400 ml. This is the relation between the moles and volume under STP conditions. The molar mass is 28 grams. 28 grams of the nitrogen occupies a volume of that is the 22,400 ml. That is 22,400 ml of the nitrogen gas under STP conditions is equal to 1 molecular weight, that is 28 grams. So that is VML is liberated under the experimental conditions, and that is liberated from the given organic substance under STP conditions. It weighs how many grams? So from this we can find out that is weight of the nitrogen in W grams of the organic substance is equal to this is the relation. So that is this is actually weight of the nitrogen liberated under the STP conditions from this experiment. Weight of the nitrogen liberated from the W grams of the organic substance, that is from the given organic substance, that is nothing but the weight of the nitrogen associated with the, that is W grams of the organic substance in the combined form. This is the case. If the W grams of the organic substance contains this many grams of the nitrogen, 100 grams contains how much nitrogen? That is the weight percentage. The weight percentage of the nitrogen definition is nothing but the weight of the nitrogen associated present in the 100 grams of the given organic substance. This is the relation. To find out it, the what is required is, that is the volume of the nitrogen under STP conditions and the weight of the organic substance used for the experimental procedure. So this is a combustion method. So is a universal method of estimating the nitrogen in the organic compounds. No exception at all. By using the Dumas method is the superior method. By using the Dumas method, nitrogen can be estimated in all the organic compounds, and it may be the nitrogen can be in any functional group form. That is advantage of this process. Entire thing is adjusted in the one page. This is something about the Dumas method, estimation of the nitrogen.